Καλησπέρα σας, καλώς ήρθατε στο live. Συγγνώμη. Καλώς ήρθατε στο live. Λοιπόν, θα συνεχίσουμε το game. Νομίζω είναι game. Ακούω κάτι απ' έξω. Οκ. Αυτά, οπότε να ξεκινήσω. Δώστε μου 2 λεπτά για να πω στο Steam. Hello, δεν γουστάρω πορτοκάλια. Πορτοκάλι. Τι γίνεται, τι κάνεις, όλα καλά? Hello, Paris. Ναι, κομπλέ. Είναι αυτό, ο πορτοκάλις από εδώ και πέρα θα γράφει με σχέδια. Θα πετάει τα σχεδιάκια και θα πετάει. Αυτό. Θα βάζει σχεδιάκι και εγώ θα πρέπει να καταλάβω τι λέει. Το ανοίγουμε. Παλάκια. Θα φτιάξω λίγο καφέ να είμαι οκ. Επέσεψα πρώτον. Έφαγα. Ξεκουράστηκα 2 λεπτά. Κοίτα, είναι ωραίο, έχει πράγματα. Θέλω να προχωρήσω για να έχω μια... για να πω περισσότερα πράγματα. Γιατί οι 2 ώρες περίπου ήταν ok. Εντάξει, καλά. Θα προχωρήσω για να δω τι έχει να μου παρουσιάσει ακόμα για να πω ναι ή όχι. Πιστεύω 8 ώρες και μετά, θα σου πω, 8 ώρες gaming. Okay. Δεν ήθελα να πω... Δεν ήθελα να πω 2 ώρες. Τέλειο, καταπληκτικό, μουλιά, πάρτο. Θέλω να παίξω παραπάνω ώρες για να είμαι ok. Να είμαι μέσα να πω ναι ή όχι. Εδώ ήμασταν, ναι. Καταλαβαίνετε, είναι μεγάλο. Οπότε θέλω να παίξω, να προχωρήσω για να δω. Αν και είδα, είναι κάπου Metacritic, είναι κάπου στο 68% έχει πάρει και στο Steam είναι περίπου μέσα. Είναι 50-50 περίπου.
Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war.
Σύφου.
Says their door is always open for anyone willing to join their cause.
Πρέπει να βρούμε τον Σύφου. Πήγαμε στην πρώτη περιοχή. Ωραία. Πήγαμε στην πρώτη περιοχή, μιλήσαμε και τώρα είμαστε στη δεύτερη περιοχή να μιλήσουμε.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place.
Όταν το βγάλανε.
He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the cracking Bunker 101 has preceded you. He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common. He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one...
Δεν τον άφησα να τελειώσει.
Your Muma invented Wung Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe.
Τι λέτε? Να πάω με αυτούς με τους άλλους.
The Jagni tribe may believe that fear and hatred will lead them to domination. A vanquisition of the tribes and destruction of the Tree of Life won't be the restart they want. It's just an end to everything. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. They might bring them war, but they'll never take away their inner peace. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. and that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. They passed the point of no return as their words lost power and see no other way forward than using violence to combat violence. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
Πω και αυτό.
Even though it's now a different place from a different time, it is a place that'll make you remember.
Α, έχει σκουπίσει κάποιος. Ναι.
Asks you to check out the wares, confident you'll find everything you need here. Suggests you take it easy. You won't strike a good deal here if you're in a hurry.
Οκ. Μπορεί να μου γράψει πράγματα, να μου φτιάξει πράγματα. Μα βάλει γυαλιά. Τι είναι αυτό? Χαρτί τουαλέτας. Οκ. Α, αυτό είναι κουτάκι μικρό.
The vendor says you can browse his goods any time during opening hours. Suggests you take it easy. You won't strike a good deal here if you're in a hurry. Shop sharp.
Shop sharp. Shop shop. Ψαλίτη. Οκ. Εκεί. Σοβαρά. Έχει ξεμβλουτήρι. Αυτό στοιχειόπλα.
Offers you extraordinary prices for extraordinary things. Wants you to take your time as they're open for another couple of hours.
Έχει σφαίρες. Διάφορα, ωραία. Και μπορούμε να φτιάξουμε και πράγματα για το όπλο. Οκ. Νομίζω θα είναι κακή, αλλά για μισό. Οκ, νομίζω θα είναι κακή άμα το πάρεις. Χάσεις.
That's an odd thing, don't you think?
Χάρτης. Να πάμε εδώ. Καλησπέρα, γιατί... ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Α! Έλα ρε Δημήτρη, από τους Γκρέιμερς, αν δεν κάνω λάθος. Έλα, καλώς ήρθες. Αν δεν κάνω λάθος από τους Γκρέιμερς, νομίζω ότι Δημήτρης. Τι γίνεται, πώς είσαι, πώς πάει η δουλειά, όλα καλά? Θα βρούμε κάποια παιδιά από ό,τι κατάλαβα. Α, οκ. Α, εδώ, που πριν που είχα φτάσει.
Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change.
Έχεις θυμάται παλιά
It's not
πράγματα
about
που
who you
έγιναν.
were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over.
Τώρα θα θυμηθούμε τα παλιά χρόνια, όταν τα μικρούλης.
Echoes of a long lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes.
Why? Τι?
He asks how you are today. Then he wants you to know that if you find yourself going through bad times, you should just keep going.
Για ποιο λόγο έχει ένα ψεύτικο μουστάκι?
He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique.
Να του πω αυτό.
He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time.
Okay.
He thinks you should really know how to swim by now.
Το μουστάκι μου θυμίζει
τον
Μάριο. Το μουστάκι. Έχει το ίδιο, ακριβώς. Μα πέταξε. Α, θα κάνουμε μπάνιο. Αυτό.
He says that wasn't too bad, was it?
Θα το πατούσα αυτό. Δεν πάω κολυμπήσω.
At least you learned that you'll drown if you don't swim. But you need practice. Lots of practice. He's sure you'll have to face the consequences of that sooner or later anyway. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. You can never try too hard. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
Τι, δεν σ' άρεσε.
She's not unhappy with your progress, but you still have a lot to prove. You should know, practice makes perfect. As long as it doesn't kill you, it'll only make you stronger.
Alkis. Hello, Alkis. Τι γίνεται, πόσες ώρα καλά?
She'll see you at the village square.
Τι είπα? Α, δεν είπα κάτι. Α, ναι. Καλά είμαστε, μια χαρά. Δουλειά, ξεκούραση. Παίζουμε να μάθουμε λίγο το game, να καταλάβουμε τι παίζει. Όχι. Κοίτα, είναι όντως λίγο παράξενο τρόπος που κολυμπάει. Είναι λίγο σαν ρομποτάκι. Αλλά σκέψου ότι και εμείς που δεν ξέρουμε να κολυμπάμε όπως και εγώ, κάνω αυτό. Πότε μα ταιριάζει.
Here's another familiar face with locks on his mouth.
Α, ο επιστήμονας.
Asks how you're feeling today. Being nice comes easy for him. That doesn't make it less important.
Νομίζω πως βάλα, επειδή λόγω του έχω κολυμπήσει και δεν ξέρει να κολυμπάει, του βάλα αυτόν τον τρόπο. Μπορεί, δεν ξέρω. Μπορεί και να κάνουν λάθος και να μην το φτιάξουν καλά, αλλά ο τρόπος που θα κολυμπάμε κι εμείς είναι το ίδιο περίπου. Είναι το ίδιο δηλαδή, αυτό κατάλαβα.
You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some.
Πρέπει να βρω 3 πράγματα. Θα δούμε. Να περάσω! Αυτός είναι κάστορας. Κάστορα. Δεν άμα δεις πνίγεται. Οκ, τώρα που είναι. Να ψάξω. Αν δεν μπορώ. Α, μου δείχνει. Ψάχνουμε στα σκουπίδια. Μπήκαμε 1,2. Τα βρήκαμε.
He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start.
Πρέπει να δούμε και άλλα πράγματα. Όχι. Α. Α, οκ. Μου έδειξε με τον τρόπο μπα, συνδυάζω πράγματα για να φτιάχνω όπλα.
He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. He thinks mastering the 6 weapon styles of Wang Fu is more than enough for anyone. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
Η μαμά είναι αυτή. Η μαμά του.
You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of every day she gets, especially the ones you share together. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her.
Να το επιλέξω. Πάμε να το επιλέξω.
She wants you to understand that whatever path you choose in life, you must stay true to yourself.
Α, η Μούνα είναι η μητέρα. Μούμα. Η μητέρα του.
They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass.
Pass. Δεν έχω pass.
He wants to know who you think you are. They push each other to become better, and sometimes someone gets pushed down along the way.
Α. Τι? Το πάτησα.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Θα πάταγα αυτό, αλλά θα γίνω κακός. Οπότε θα πατήσω αυτό.
She says it's nice of you to consider them. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now. She said it before. One fool will
Μαμά,
keep your
μπορώ,
body in
είμαι
good
καλά.
health.
Δεν χρειάζεται να
That's
έχεις.
how you keep your mind strong and clear. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
Ο αδερφός του.
Seeing you always puts a smile on your popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling. Training with Muma will make you feel better. It always does. He asks if you could help him too before you leave. He'll talk to her, sure, but you know she wants you to accept responsibility for your own actions and future. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics.
Βγάλουμε πράγματα για να μας φτιάξει πράγματα.
He's curious to see what you found.
Ρούχα βρήκαμε.
He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionuclear pool and refresh his DNA. He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. He's learned you never know when something you found might come in handy, so it's best to save everything. He says it's about time you learn how and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found. The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you.
Ήξερα.
Agrees. At least that way it'll never go out of style. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He thinks you should. She'll be proud of you. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
Θα πάω στην μαμά.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here. wants you to understand that you can do anything if you work really hard. She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down. But there's enough time left for repetition and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back.
Όποτε μαθαίνει που
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Από μένα ευχαριστώ.
Thanks you for being such a good student.
Αν είναι καλός μαθητής.
Been working on a present for you with the help of Gizmo and Wiz. You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved. That's why you should be sure to thank him for it. Catchy. Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as good. She's happy you appreciate what others do for you. A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes... It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see. Says it's not a record keeper, more like a companion. Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Long day. Κάποια μέρα.
She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Luka Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail.
Τους κάνανε
A bird
επίθεση.
kidling will learn to dread fire. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Δεν έχω ζωή, πρέπει να τους έχω.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. He wants to destroy her. The time to fight is coming, whether she's ready for it or
Ναι,
not.
τους έκανε επίθεση.
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History has finally caught up with her.
Ιστορία. Ποια ιστορία?
She had a life before you were born, you know. Darker and less fun. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present.
Και πέθανα. Ανέβηκα.
You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Numa says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves.
Δεν πάω
The
κολυμπήσει.
surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
Έλα, φτάνουμε. Οκ. Όχι. Δεν προλάβα. Δεν πρόλαβα. Ωραία, πάμε. Οπότε τον πετάει, χωρίζονται και μετά ξαναξυνδυόμαστε. Τι!
Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now.
Μας ακολουθούσαν.
If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.
Map. Κατεστραμμένη δεν ήταν.
tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet.
Α, μου πιάσει ένα ζώο.
They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose.
Περίμενε.
You're low on health. Oh, that helps work the kinks out.
Όχι! Πέθανα. Είναι δυσκολάκι. Είναι. Πάμε. Τίποτα.
They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose.
Έλα!
Rid of the aches and pains.
Μα! Ρε! Κάνω δεξιά για να ξεφύγω και δεν μπορεί. Ω, δεν το δοκιμάσω με controller.
They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose.
Οπα.
Your key is gone. Slash and dash.
Την τρίτη. Νομίζω την τρίτη τα κατάφερα. Ναι, την τρίτη.
You gave them no choice but to take it down, even though they'd planned to take the fluff hulk out to the Farfnaki leaves and let it go. They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting for you there. You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. Not really. It's west of Bricktown. You can spot Gizmo's chug yard from the hill it resides on.
Okay. Τι θα βάλουμε? Είχαμε βάλει δύναμη. Αμωρέ. Ωραία. Είχαμε βάλει δύναμη, είχαμε βάλει ζωή και άρμου. Θα βάλουμε εδώ Intelligence, έξυπνάδα. Hotel 2. Αχα. Αυτό είναι χωρίς όπλο. Θα αφήσουμε για πιο αργότερα, όπως χρειαστεί. Λοιπόν, ή τίποτα εδώ. Αν δεν μπορούν. Άφησε το άτομο αργότερα τι θα πάρουμε, πόσα, τι θα τα κάνουμε αργότερα. Ξέρεις τι, λέω να κάνω μια αλλαγή. Ρυθμίσεις στο controllers, εδώ το ωραία. Στο shift να κινούμε και με το control να μπορώ να τρέχω, γιατί το πατάς μία φορά που το πατάς, οπότε για μισό, δεν έπαιξα επάνω. Ακούω να φωνάζει το ρομποτάκι, αλλά δεν έχει τίποτα. Ή τίποτα, πάμε κάτω.
Look, An emergency bomb. Wow.
Χέρι.
Bet that nut makes a tight fist.
Καινούριο αντικείμενο.
Let's pocket that. Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut.
Εδώ
And our
είναι η
world still bears
βιομηχανική
the marks
εποχή
of the
που
massive
καταστρέφαμε
catastrophes
την
they inflicted
οικολογική
upon the land.
καταστροφή. Αυτό λέει.
The apocalypse
Είχαμε
they
την
caused
περιοχή.
was the end of days for their world. But for us, it was simply a beginning.
Χάπια. Α, θυμάστε πριν που είχε ένα τοίχο και δεν μπορούσαμε να μπούμε. Αυτό πρέπει να είναι. Σοκός. Α. Και βάλαμε. Πατάμε. Πάμε πάλι. Έχουμε καινούριο το αντικείμενο που βρήκαμε. Λέει με το δεξί γεμίζει και βαράει. Α, κάνει μπουνιά κάτω, ναι. Α, οκ. Μπουμ, διπλό. Α, άμα το βαράς, αν κάνει επίθεση φλόγες. Έχει πάρα πολλά διάφορα. Okay.
Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it?
Opa. Okay. Ενδιαφέρον. Α, έχει κολλήσει. Α, ξεκόλλησε. Πέθανε. Πήραμε 3. Κάτι κρύβει εδώ. Ωραία. Κάτι κρύβει εδώ. Ένα σεντούκι πρωτοβοηθειών. Ένα παλιό κουτί. Είναι energy drink. Ένα μαχαιράκι. Το βάλουμε σε όπλο. Εκεί έχει κάτι.
Someone has to end this plague before it's too late. That notice board, filled with the leftovers of used to be once. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Toxanol never cared about the waste, as long as they didn't have to pay to clean it up. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried.
Κοντά στην περιοχή. Για περιμένω. Χάρτης. Πάμε εκεί. Όμως πήγα εκεί, δεν πειράζει. Για να ψάξουμε.
You found the track. Amazing it wasn't destroyed.
Τι βρήκα?
So much of this place was just discarded. Lucky the track somehow made it.
Δεν το κατάλαβα.
No, it was never nice. It was new once, but that's not nearly the same thing. Just being new never lasts. The tracks moved on from Bricktown, and you should too.
Οκ, βρήκα ένα δεύτερο μπισκότο. Για πάρε πράγματα. Ένα καπέλο.
Take a moment to absorb the day.
Αν δω, γιατί είδα πάνω να φουτίζει κάτι.
A flush stool from the... Seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush
10
stool.
κινήσεις μπορώ.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Πατρίχα, ακόμα 4 είχα.
That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away.
Λοιπόν, τι θα ανεβάσουμε? RGT.
Look at you move.
Άφησε το. Εδώ. Οπότε με αυτό... Ναι.
You can mutate even more now.
Μπορώ να πετάμε... Από θα το βάλω τώρα. Με αυτό. Ωραία. Τώρα μπορώ να πετάμε δηλητήριο. Δεν έχω. Και μου έχει μείνει ένα, θα το αφήσω πιο μετά. Ναι. Α, 16 είναι 6. Θα πατήσω αυτό. Οπότε όλα είναι 16 όλα. Για στο χαστρό. Πάρ' το. Μπορώ να βάλω το καπέλο, όχι.
About time you found some clothes.
Α, δεν μπορώ. Α, πάμε level 12.
Not accomplished enough for that yet.
Και για πάμε πάνω. Ψάχνω να μάθω αν έχει τίποτα να πάρω. Όπα!
Pound 'em down.
Μπαμπαΐ, σκελετή!
Take your time and enjoy the daylight.
Κόφτη. Για περίμενα. Βάλε το σπαθί. Είναι ακριβό. Μπορώ να το πουλήσουμε. Είναι κάτι άλλο. Δεν βλέπω. Α, δεν μπήκαμε. Επίδυσμο. Α, εδώ είναι που ήρθαμε, οκ. Όχι από εδώ που ήρθαμε, οπότε πάμε πάνω. Και κάτι άλλο. Κάτι χ. Βλέπω να...
The best stories are about heroes. This is such a story. Never thought you need to get the pegs lined up to get the clothes soaker rolling. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Ευκολάκι.
You really put a spin on it.
Okay. Oh. Μεταλλικό. Περίμενε. Στο σπαθί που πάω να τον βάλω πράγματα. Τα βάλαμε. Εδώ πάμε. Μπορώ. όχι. Α, δεν μπορώ. Δεν έχει ακόμα τίποτα. Πάμε πάνω. Για πάμε πάνω να δούμε. Την απλή αποστολή.
The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. They can carry you anywhere you like, well, anywhere that they go to, and then you can leg it from there. You're on the right track. Keep your eyes open. It's the chug yard. The sun is heading down.
Oh. Και πάρτου. Boss. Πάει και δεύτερος. Α, πέθανε.
Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets.
Πότε έχω βάλει βίντεο.
Bomber bonkers busy ram banging the door. This is your chance. Finish 'em. energy is too low. Cutting edge. Boom, boom.
Baby. Ο αρχικός έχει χάσει πάρα πολύ τη ζωή και αυτό είναι πολύ καλό. Bye bye. Πέθανε. Μπισοτάκι πήρα. Α, δεν μου έδωσε το μπισκοτάκι. Πήρα ένα μπισκοτάκι.
It's flat out black out there. Not going to happen with your key energy level.
Ανάχτηκε. Πάμε να κατουρίσουμε.
Let's see. This box once tailed a chugger. Now it's just off track. Look at that, right in the chug yard. Follow the rails and you'll find all sorts of little treasure. Of course not, but they get you closer to wherever you might want to go.
Okay.
Good work finding that track. They can teach you so much about the world. Keep looking for more.
Το βρήκαμε. Εκεί. Δεν πάμε εκεί πέρα.
You might have to make your own path.
Ποιος αφήνει βόμβες εδώ? Ανοίξαμε. Ω. Όπα.
Sharp steel. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end. In flames.
Okay. Δηλαδή αυτό ήταν. Δεν έχει τίποτα άλλο. Hello Γιώργο George. Συνεχίζουμε το game, έχουμε προχωρήσει. Τι είναι αυτό?
Disgusting. Biohazard. Just gross.
Βρήκαμε ένα bio αντικείμενο.
Let's see.
Όχι. Έχει κάτι άλλο. Δεν βλέπω. Τι γίνεται, πώς θα περνάς, όλα καλά? Δουλειά, μαθήματα, όλα καλά?
It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past.
Κάτω έχει κάτι να πάρουμε. Σίγουρα ότι έχει κάτι κάτω. Εδώ.
The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf
Δεν
had
είναι
detrimental
τα
effects on the
εργοστάσια
marine
που περνάνε
habitats,
ρεύμα.
while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this
εργοστάσια,
sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin.
Διαενέργεια. Όχι το 2. 3. Βρήκα καινούργιο όπλο. Λογικό δουλειά.
I need to brush up
Oh,
on my Wando, but I have a feeling he
Gizmo.
believes it was you
Z.
that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. It carries so much hate, and its insatiable hunger has only increased over the years since it claimed revenge on your parents. Gizmo says he also has re-memories from the long gone, but unlike you, he doesn't think of the past, for it's gone. He understands history made loop-a-looping a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future.
Ποιος είναι ο κλέφτης?
You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo encourages that. You should forgive, but never forget. It'll provide some comfort to your soul and keep the memory of lost loved ones in your heart.
Fan that flame!
Wait, no! Bright light blinds! It's dangerous.
I've got all the cold sick burns you need, Dark.
Oh, do you have to insult me over this?
I don't have to.
Would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that brought you to this point. Would you have been happier going in a different direction?
Δεν καταφέραμε, είχαμε δεύτερο καλοσύνη.
Supposes that's all any of us can do. Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had.
Ζωντανός και αυτό, θα είναι και άλλοι ζωντανοί. Η ομάδα που
Wonders if you
αντιμετώπισαν.
liked working with the Myriad. They always seem so centered and so seeking. Figures everyone does. They seem unusually dedicated to finding them. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the jumbo puff.
Dead περιοχή.
It's the part of the land that suffered most from the apocalypse. It's deprived of oxygen, making it next to impossible for anything but creatures that were most contorted by the contamination.
Ένα ρομπότ.
Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Bristles like the hair of one electrified.
Okay.
You need to line up the switches so they match.
Okay. Μπορεί εύκολα να χάσει, να πάθει ηλεκτροπληξία.
Good. That's enough electric
Ah,
current to
porta.
initiate the actuators and
Ωραία.
activate the framework.
Βρέχει. Κάτι έχει εδώ, όπα. Α. Δεν έχει οξυγόνο εκεί. Δεν μπορούμε να πάμε ακόμα από εκεί.
They're short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. This is no way to live, but keep at it anyhow.
Κάτι εδώ πέρα η περιοχή, οπότε έχει πρόβλημα με οξυγόνο, οπότε πρέπει να βρούμε τα πράγματα που μου ζήτησε. Α, να με κάνει άλμα.
Just enough slack in the line.
Ευτυχώς. Καταφέραμε. Δεν πέθανε. Τι είχε εδώ? Α, παντελόνι.
Take a good look around you.
3, 2, 1, πάμε. Α, πρέπει να πάμε από εκεί. Εκεί και να πάμε από εκεί. Οκ. Ωραία. Φτάσαμε. Βρήκαμε το αντικείμενο που ήθελε. Προσπαθούμε να τα ανοίξουμε. Α, το ανοίξαμε. Θα πάμε πιστέψουμε. Ναι, θα πιστέψουμε.
Just find your footing. You never know how long anything's been buried underground.
Oh. Περίμενε να γεμίσει. Βρήκα τα αντικείμενά σου. Έχει ζωάκια φυλακισμένα, σοβαρά.
He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun and a gathering net, but no armor. Nor enough oxygen supply. He made a suction device so the Mekton can use the black tar as an instant
Θα πεθάνω εγώ για να φτιάξει το ρομπότ του.
You can also use it to clear oily goo puddles so you can pass and access hard to get to areas. He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the jumbo puff. The best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find scripts. Gizmo thinks he's a little peculiar, but very knowledgeable. He has the ins and outs of all monster and creature whereabouts.
Μου δώσε μπισκοτάκι. Ωραία. Βάλαμε agility. Τώρα θα βάλουμε χάρισμα. Έχουμε ένα και δύο τέτοια εδώ. Θα δω το παντελόνι που πήρα. Α, μπορώ. Δεν μπορώ ακόμα. Δεν μπορώ να το βάλω. Πάμε εδώ για το οικισμό. Θα πάμε και εκεί.
We are lonesome animals that spend all our life trying to be less lonesome.
Έκανα λάθος. Να πάω παλού. Πάω ευθεία. Δεν είναι σωστό. Νομίζω πως δεν πάω ευθεία, οπότε... Μισής αργεί να πει.
Better get a move on if you want to change things.
Για μισό. Πάμε από εδώ και να πάμε από εδώ νομίζω. Γιατί το έχει σπηλιά. Οπότε πάμε από εδώ. Πάμε εδώ. Το share, δεν το ξεχνάμε.
The world is awake.
Κάτι εδώ. Τίποτα. Πάμε εκεί πέρα που έχω βάλει το κόκκινο. Επίσης δεν χάνει και ζωή. Πέφτει και δεν πεθαίνει. Το αλλάξω όπλο. Okay. Πάμε να μεταφέρω το ρομπότ εδώ. Δεν κατέβουμε, να δούμε που δεν έχει κάτι από εδώ. Δεν βλέπω τίποτα. Βρήκαμε χάπια. Οκ. Βρήκαμε πράγματα, ωραία. Δεν πάμε κάτω.
It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place. Close encounter.
Bye bye. Ζει ακόμα. Πέθανε.
You can see so much farther in the light.
Ελευθερώσαμε άτομο.
This one seems to be in good spirits despite being left here for dead.
Το σκοτώνανε.
Has heard that you have a sense of compassion and trusts it's in your nature to help those in need.
Οπότε χάρηκε που βρήκε κάποιον.
Asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only through your inner conflict you're held accountable for your actions. Is grateful you chose that. You can't be good without doing good for others.
Light instantly banishes dark.
How much light do you really need?
Θα τσακωθείτε για πολλή ώρα.
All the light, all of it!
I mean, you could leave a little space for the dark.
All the light.
Πρέπει να βαθμό ένα. Α! Μου καπέλο. Βρήκα ένα μου δώσει καπέλο. Ω, για το όπλο. Σοβαρά. Βρήκα αυτό εδώ, το καπέλο.
Everyone loves a good hat.
Δεν είμαι όμορφος. Για πείτε μου. Δεν είναι όμορφος.
That's a myriad.
Ροζ. Δεν είναι όμορφούλη.
You never know if there's anything under a beach, do you? Says you keep an odd company, and that he thought toys from the old world were forbidden. Seems surprised
Γεια σου
to have to
Ροζ.
go.
Περίμενα να μου απαντήσεις, να το δεις και να πεις «Ω, τι όμορφο» και να το γράψεις. Να πάμε απέναντι, Ωραία, τα
There's
καταφέραμε.
Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there.
Έχει ένα πρόβλημα, δεν πάει να κολυμπήσει και όταν κολυμπάει η ενέργεια του πέφτει. Α, να το.
Lots of notices on the
Το
board for
βρήκαμε, το
things that made
πίνακα
sense in the days
ανακοινώσεων.
when the surf was a lot cleaner. Interesting to see what they cared about here. Wonder if any of it matters now. In the old days, this was a port for boats that went under. They made a lot of green, which is all they really cared about. You should be able to find a track here. Just need to keep your eyes open.
Τα μάτια μου ανοιχτά. Οκ. Α, αποστολές. Α, είναι και Α, ο πίνακας έχει και αποστολές. Α. Πάμε εδώ. Θα κάνουμε τον κύκλο. Φυσικά. Πώς θα μπω?
So many creatures doing so many things during the day.
Πάμε εκεί. Λες να βρήκα τρόπο. Βρήκα τρόπο, μπήκα. Ένα υποβρύχιο. Να κατουρίσουμε. Μην κοιτάτε.
Let's see.
Α. Σοβαρά, ο
Gulpo ain't the
Κάστορας.
easiest tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days. Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim.
Η παλιά εποχή ονομάζεται Old Days. Οι παλιές μέρες, οι καλές ημέρες.
Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces of what we remember. It's only together we can remember the story as it was.
Σε θυμάμαι.
He knows he's easy to remember. There's no one out there as cuckoo as him. He's
Με
one of a
πετάξει
kind.
πάλι να κολυμπήσω, δεν ξέρει.
Goop says our memory keeps things for us and protects them until we are ready to face them again. He understands you've returned to face Lupa Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all these years. He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in
Και τη
you.
στοβή που
It's still
έχει
there,
το τέρας,
as bright as when you
κατέστρεψε
were a
την πόλη.
child. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life is your life, not the story you're told about it. He thinks that's the right thing to do. It's only when you have forgiven that you'll find peace.
The light shines on.
Better isn't the word I
Τώρα θα
would use.
τσακωθούν.
Right, not better. Best.
You're the worst.
The worst of being the worst. We're just the best.
Says life on the goo is wide open. You have so many choices of where to go. Some harder than others, of course.
Θα
Which
το πω ήταν
can't be
δύσκολα, γενικά.
Hit the open surf then. The trouble is you can only rely on
Νομίζω
yourself, at least until
αυτό
you
θα
reach a
σου
new
φτιάξει
shore and make
τη
new
βάρκα
friends.
που θα πηγαίνεις.
Can hardly believe the world is going to make it. Wonders what that's going to do to the goo. Thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf.
Συγγνώμη.
Thinks the Myriad made a good match with you. You're both like sunshine on the surf. Never seen any brighter. Shine on. But hey, back to the goo. Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today and tomorrow that'll move you forward. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Subnautica station as the pollution has worn down the insulation of his suit. So you must salvage enough scrap to fix up his goo glide, starting with the old wreck box outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the goo glide strong enough to fight the porky puff.
Box.
You're lucky that way. There's still cargo left on the shores from before the apocalypse. His best guess is a power tanker hit a reef and went under.
Αυτή είναι αποστολή θα...
Gets dangerous when it gets dark. Well, more dangerous.
Εδώ.
Hey, you found the track, even around all this goopy goo.
Έψαχνα πάνω,
Nothing
ήταν κάτω.
escapes your googly eye. The surf here looked cleaner when that track was made. It wasn't easy to peer through the surf, but there are iBox tapes on record that shows they knew what kind of mutated creatures their contamination had created. Glad you had the patience to learn more about how the surf got gooed.
Πολύ ωραία. Πάμε στην τρύπα. Σωστά. Νόμιζα πήγαινα πάνω, αλλά όχι στην τρύπουλα. Στην τρύπα. Όχι.
Bet something's up there.
Για πάμε πάνω. Αχα, για περίμενε. Τι ήταν αυτό? Αυτό ήταν. Game, ο γρίφος ήταν πολύ εύκολος. Why? Πρέπει λίγο πιο δύσκολο. Οπα, τέρατα.
You're absolutely drained.
Bye bye. Τα ποντίκια, τι είναι ποντίκια, δεν
Night
ξέρω.
is the time to take care of business.
Ποντίκια μεγάλα, array. Α, εδώ χρειάζομαι το άλλο το χέρι. Έχει πράγματα. Αν ήταν αντιγραφή του Dark Souls, τότε τώρα τι βρήκαμε για όπλο? Ένα ξεβουλωτήρι. Γεια σου και πάλι συγγνώμη, γεια σου Μιχάλη. Δεν ξέρω, θα δούμε αν είναι αντιγραφή όπως μου είπες και πριν, θα το δούμε. Θα το καταλάβουμε αργότερα, τι άλλο. Πώς είσαι, έτσι καλά, πώς θα περνάς, όλα καλά, μια χαρά. Ένα παντελονάκι. Αν είναι χαμηλού. Τι είναι αυτό? Φαγητό. Είναι φαγητό σε ειδικό σακουλάκι. Σακουλάκι. Α. Τώρα όλα οκ. Όπα! Τέρας! Με πάτησε.
Your energy is empty. Down to half your health. Feeling fierce.
Όχι! Παρατρίχα. Η βίρδημα. Δεν έχω μάθει να αποφεύγω ή να κάνω άμυνα. Θα μάθω που να πάει. Θα είμαι controller, δηλαδή, δεν ξέρω. Χάσαμε ένα. 0. Χάσαμε.
Keep your eyes out for new paths. Easy to miss things down here. You lack key energy for that.
Όχι. Έλα!
Middle lifed.
Σοβαρά.
Crackadoo.
Ρε. Δεν ξέρω, δηλαδή προσπαθώ να αποφύγω και δεν μπορώ. Δούμε.
For being cut off from the surface, this isn't too bad. Your key energy isn't up for that.
Όχι. Άντε πέθανε. Άντε επιτέλους. Α, γλυκάκι. Όπα. Έχει αρχηγό. Τι!
You're fading. You don't have it in you right now.
Για πάμε πάλι. Με πληκτρολόγιο είναι λίγο δύσκολο. Αλλά δεν καταφέρουμε.
It's a wild sensation to be away from the open air. You're not dead yet. Not enough key energy.
Τώρα μεταξύ τους τσακώνονται. Εγώ θα κάτσω εδώ να περιμένω. Α! Πέθανε με τη δεύτερη. Τον έχω. Ο αφηγητής δεν ξέρει. Εγώ ξέρω. Ας το ανοίξουμε. Θα μας πάρει ώρα μέχρι να το ανοίξουμε. Ωραία, βρήκαμε το αντικείμενο. Και βρήκαμε τα πράγματα που ήθελε. Αντικείμενο, ωραία. Πάρα και αυτό. BioPondus. Ωραία, για να πυροβολάει πιο γρήγορα. Τι είναι το όπλο, όχι. Δεν το πυροβολάει, οκ. Shift. Δεξιά και αριστερά. Αχα, οκ. Όχι ακόμα. Lookout. Μπορούμε να δώσουμε πράγματα τύχη και διάφορα άλλα.
Toxanol's offshore drilling caused oily matter to spread with the rain and contaminate both the groundwater and open surf. The long-lasting effect this had on the evolution of wildlife was, as we know now, the only reason we came to exist. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Ωραία. Φτιάχναμε και αυτό το γρίφο.
Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
Έχει κάτι άλλο, όχι. Νομίζω ότι πήρα όλα. Να σου δώσουμε τα πράγματα που θέλει.
He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor, and an engine strong enough to break through the thick goo further out.
Επόμενο. Επίσης μαζεύεις καλοσύνη και κακία και ανάλογα καλοσύνη και κακία σου δίνει και τα ανάλογα πράγματα.
You just need to find the right spots. Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks. Squeaky distractions for the triple attentive porky puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position. The best way to find quacks is to talk to
Επίσης θα το συνεχίσουμε και αύριο.
He has the
Δεν τα
bearings of the
αφήνουμε.
surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float. This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find quacks.
Quacks. Quacks. Τι είναι?
He's not sure, but the quacks are probably a leftover from a cargo surfer that went under in the olden days. The squeaky material must have made them surface when their box broke.
Α. Okay. Ναι.
Here's hoping this scrap floats.
Οπότε έχουμε ένα... Πώς λέγεται αυτό? Μηχανάκι του νερού.
Welcome to the Surf Archipelago, where the horizon
Καλώς ήρθα.
rests on the surfy goo. You're poking
Έχει γίνει
around
επίθεση.
Popper, a prime village.
Hello, Γιάννη.
Leave that ride. Wow.
Καλώς ήρθατε. Α! Κάτσε. Ωραία, καλώς ήρθες Γιάννη. Τι γίνεται, όλα καλά, πώς τα περνάς, οι δουλειές, μαθήματα, οτιδήποτε, όλα καλά. Έχουμε level να ανεβάσουμε. Θα ανεβάσω την τύχη που θα μου δώσει παραπάνω πράγματα να μαζέψω, οπότε ναι.
Looks good.
Οπότε πήρα τη τύχη παραπάνω. Εδώ τώρα. $16. Οκ. Αυτό είναι νερό. Οκ. Μπάχαν με point, ναι. Αυτό πάμε να κάνουμε περιοχή. Όχι, άφησε το. Τα αφήσουμε αργότερα, δεν χρειάζεται το κάτι. Εδώ. Α, έχουμε ένα. Πρέπει να βρούμε ακόμα ένα. Αλλά έχει κι άλλα. Α, Τζεντάι. Πάω τους πιάσω και να τους μετακινώ. Α, για περίμενε. Αυτό για να το πάρω πρέπει να έχω 20 σκοτεινή μαγεία. Σκοτεινή. Δηλαδή εδώ που έχω καλοσύνη και κακία. Σε κακία πρέπει να έχω 20. Why? Έχει μερικά που είναι καλά και μερικά που είναι κακά. Οκ. Αυτό μ' αρέσει. Αυτό. Κάτι σε πήρε από πάνω. Αλλά και το φως. Ναι, αλλά αυτό είναι διαφορετικό. Αυτό είναι... Οκ, εντάξει. Μου θυμίζει λίγο το... Έλα... Πώς το λένε το Infamous. Okay.
This might be the end of everything as we know it. Says the tribe Sifu sent them here to help defend against the rival tribe that's been terrorizing their village. Isn't sure how long the village will last if it continues.
Okay.
As if the plague ruining the land and destroying the crops wasn't enough to bring the village to its knees already. That's what they call the blight that's been haunting the land since the old world ended in the apocalypse around here. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Says there's a fellow under the chug yard obsessed with technology from the old days. Wonders at how you think you might actually do some good in this world. Has plenty to do, so no worries. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Understands you have other places you need to go.
Ωραία. Τι. Α.
Seems like the Tree of Life dying is taking everything down with it. They have a friend having troubles with the bellows. They're just not working like they should. Could find that windy pal and help them out. Heard they're broken but doesn't know how. Guesses you'll figure it out. Says you can probably find their friend wandering somewhere near the bellows. The blow pal can give you more details about the bellows. They hope. Without the bellows, the folk round here will suffer. Hope you can help fast. Thinks you're always right there with the needs for you.
Πρέπει να βοηθάμε τους φίλους, σωστά. Πέφτει. Αυτό θέλω, αλλά δεν μπορώ. Πάμε 12 level. Αυτό είναι ok. Για να ψάξουμε. Να κατουρίσουμε.
Let's see.
Ωραία, ανοίξαμε την περιοχή.
It's possible to overchill. Says if we want to survive longer, you need to be stronger. What's the point in working out when you're all going to die? The stronger you are, the longer we'll last. Doesn't know. They don't shoot when you pull them. Says they spotted some guns flexers. Might be good for you. All you have to do is find them and lift them. A lot. Nothing like exercise to get you in shape. Says that makes you even better. Offers you
Okay.
Says the shop holds something.
Αυτά δεν μπορώ να τα χρησιμοποιήσω εγώ, για μισό.
Welcomes you to chat. Is flexible about what?
Okay.
Wishes you goodbye.
Άνοιξε το κουτί.
Asks you to check out the wares. Confident.
Κάτσε, είμαι short. Περίμενα. Η βάρκα μου πού είναι? Άντε τα λέμε, Μιχάλη. Να.
Vroom vroom.
Είπε βρουμ, βρουμ.
This here is the Sinky Dink, home of Gulp, at the very least. Get off and slow down a bit. Yeah. Wants to know what sort of wonderful things you have planned
Εγώ σε
today.
λίγο θα κλείσω.
So, says you covered the important things already. He's pretty sure he's heard of you before, although the details are maybe a little hazy. He wonders if you have something for him to drink.
Έχει πιει. Δεν θα με θυμάται.
Guesses he does, but it's a long life in a wild world. Sometimes he's shaken, not stirred.
Μέχρι να πέπω.
Says you look like you've got a powerful thirst to do something in this world. Good, bad, not really sure, but it seems like you've been drinking in your destiny and liking the flavor. Wonders if you could take the time to help a man slake his own thirst. You'd be doing him a liquid solid. You're a do-gooder, so you know you want to. Either way, he hopes you find a way to wet your whistle before the world comes to an awful dry end and leaves us all thirsting for more. Says life's like a mystery drink. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's awful. But either way, you can't stop drinking till you're dead.
Δεν το βλέπουμε.
Sure, that's the point. But you can't stop trying new ones. Life gets dull. Wants to raise a glass to you getting the world fixed up a bit. Respects how you always try to help, no matter that the world's fate is hard to swallow. Sees why you joined up with the Myriad. They like a peaceful drink, just like you. Says he sells them drinks. They mostly suck them down on their own. But who cares about them? Says you'd be as bummed out as him if you came for the hot stuff, the glugmocker, nimhimbibble, and his favourite radium syrup. That one's even more intoxicating now, aged in truck tankers and all. Without a drink, and radium syrup especially, he can't move, much less think, as the power of his mind is directly proportioned to the quantity of syrup he swigs. That's the drink helps him forget the state the world is in, but it only lasts until tomorrow. The world is still doomed, even if the sun goes up. Figures the real problem is finding something to drink. He wants you to know he has other interests too. He's the Circe Pelago's self-proclaimed ornithologist, for example. There are other ways than a cold drink to relieve stress, even in these dark times, and, fortunately for you, he can help. Watching Pippi's flap is calming, but better yet are the ones you can look at and touch, like quacks. Squeezing them is a great way to relax. Says he read that in an old world book. It means you're an expert of all living things that flap and tweet.
Μου έδωσε καλοσύνη, φως. Όχι. Θα τα αφήσω εδώ. Save. Okay. Okay. Λοιπόν, αυτό ήταν το live, περίπου 3 ώρες, περίπου 2 και 53. Οπότε τα λέμε αύριο, περίπου θα ενημερώσω 9.30. Όμως θα είναι καλά αύριο 9.30. Οπότε θα πούμε αύριο 9.30 η ώρα θα κάνω live. Αυτά. Ευχαριστώ που περάσατε, που πατήσατε like, εγγραφή. Ξέρετε τα γνωστά. Να ευχαριστήσω που μου κάνετε παρέα και θα τα πούμε. Καλό βράδυ. Bye bye. Τα λέμε.